The courtroom buzzed with quiet curiosity as Raymond Cole stepped to the defense table. Clad in a sharp blue suit, the 41-year-old black man carried himself with calm authority, but still the whispers persisted. Many thought he looked too polished to be a defendant. Others assumed the worst, that he was one of those who knew just enough law to be dangerous. But Raymond wasn't just any man defending himself. He was a nationally respected legal consultant, specializing in constitutional and legislative policy. He'd spent the last decade advising U.S. senators and House Judiciary Committee members on issues ranging from voting rights to criminal justice reform. His name appeared in footnotes of amicus briefs and legislative summaries. But in this courtroom, none of that mattered. Not yet. He had been falsely charged with obstruction of an officer after an incident outside a polling station where he had legally intervened as an observer during a voter suppression investigation. A local officer, unfamiliar with his federal credentials and irked by what he saw as interference, arrested Raymond on the spot. The prosecutor, a young, ambitious ADA named Jason Bell, assumed this would be a routine misdemeanor conviction. He relied on the arresting officer's word, expecting a swift resolution. He addressed Raymond coldly, dismissively. "Mr. Cole, you stand accused of interfering with the duties of law enforcement. Do you have any legal representation today?" Raymond stood. "I'll be speaking on my own behalf," he said evenly, "though I am also joined by counsel if necessary." Bell smirked slightly. "And what's your legal experience, sir?" Raymond calmly opened his leather briefcase and retrieved a document. "My curriculum vitae," he said, handing it to the court clerk. "It includes my current position as senior legislative legal consultant to the United States Congress, specifically the Judiciary and Oversight Committees." Judge Harlan raised an eyebrow as he scanned the document. "You advise the U.S. Congress on legal matters?" "Yes, Your Honor. I specialize in constitutional rights and enforcement oversight." The atmosphere changed instantly. The prosecutor's face paled. "Your Honor, I wasn't made aware of this," Raymond interjected, "because no one asked." He proceeded to dismantle the state's case with surgical precision. He quoted federal statutes that protected poll monitoring activity under the Civil Rights Act and referenced court precedents from the Fourth and Ninth Circuits. He introduced body camera footage, lawfully obtained through FOIA request, showing the officer escalating without provocation. Then he produced a letter, on official U.S. congressional letterhead, confirming his legal observer status, signed by 2 sitting members of Congress. By the time he finished, the courtroom was silent. The judge exhaled slowly. "Mr. Cole, I believe this court owes you more than just a dismissal." Raymond nodded politely. "I would settle for the court recognizing the right of all citizens to observe and protect democratic processes, regardless of how they look." The charges were dismissed immediately. Judge Harlan issued a formal apology from the bench, a rare act. The officer involved is now under internal review for false arrest and abuse of power. Outside, reporters flooded Raymond with questions. "Did you feel disrespected?" one asked. "I felt misjudged," he said, "but I've spent my career making sure due process applies to everyone, even when it doesn't seem like it will." Within 48 hours, a clip of his court appearance went viral. Headlines read, "Congressional Legal Consultant Arrested for Defending Voters, Destroys Case in Courtroom." Civil rights organizations praised him. Congressional leaders released public statements defending his actions and condemning the incident. And across social media, his quiet power and humility turned him into a symbol of dignity under pressure. Raymond now lectures at law schools on the constitutional role of legal observers and continues shaping national policy, with even more resolve than before. He was never just a defendant. He was the law, standing tall in a courtroom that nearly forgot what justice looked like.